What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel with an update. Yes, finally I am on the 12.5 branch, specifically 12.5.4.1. I got my little indicator next to the autopilot symbol showing that we've got vision-based monitoring. My first time being able to actually use this. Now, this is the 2024.30.10 branch. So it is, what the hell was that? All right, yeah, we're gonna report that back. Hit the camera. I'll disengage to send a voice note. System dramatically reduced speed with no apparent reason. All right, just turned it on and already giving feedback, which is awesome. And there we go again. We are like stopping here, which is really strange. We're gonna hit that again. System again reacted as if there's an object in the road and came all the way down to 6 kilometers an hour. And we'll turn it back on. All right, this street's causing some problems. So the speed limit is about 25 miles an hour or 40K, and we are significantly below that. Interesting. Wasn't expecting it to be so eventful so quickly. So apologies for the audio and the lack of the cabin-facing camera. Somehow this camera died. Yesterday, to the best of my recollection, I had it charged all the way back up, but on some weird occasions, it literally will turn itself on if I leave it plugged in. I don't know if it killed itself. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I am probably soon going to be at least replacing this camera up here with, I think I'm still going to try out the DJI series, probably Action 5. If I get my hands on it. Maybe Action 4 to save some money, take Dirty Tesla's advice. I'm really bad with that stuff. But anyway, back to what I was saying. First impressions on 12.5. Not the branch that Cybertruck has. Not 2024.30.20. So I don't yet have end-to-end highway. I believe this branch just went out to everybody. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just really getting started on this update. Let's see if we got a nice little drop-off here, but we cleared it pretty well. I was hoping to have the end-to-end, but it's okay, it'll come. I've got an update. That is the biggest news for me. I am super happy to be on the 12.5 branch now and no longer on 12.3.6. RoboTaxi Report coming out this week, going over finally the all the data accumulated on 12.3.6, which you guys can go into the description, or I'll probably link it below in the X video too, to the FSD tracker to look at it yourself. It's an interactive dashboard. You can poke around, you can click on it, you can see everything, and maybe do that and be ready to ask me some questions. Not sure which day this week I'm going to do it. Sooner than later, definitely this week. RoboTaxi Report, and then now that we're on the 12.5 branch, I'm going to try to get that back to being like an every 2 week thing, maybe an every week thing. We'll see. It's just the data side of my content that goes over what's happening, what I've recorded, what's caused issues. Because, yeah, we're back, baby. And I'm back to, you know, my full-time driving, so I'm probably getting close to, for all my American viewers, 1,000 miles a week, maybe more. I'll have to kind of measure that out and see what's going on. Maybe I'll use one of my trip indicators to find out. But yeah, nearly, you know, 1,600 to 2,000 kilometers a week is... That'd be a nice goal to have. I want to get as much driving as I can to give the team as much feedback as I can from good old Florida. But this video won't be too long. This is just kind of maybe the start of another video I'm about to do. So I'm heading to the airport to film one of my definite Gauntlet series that is likely going to be called Terminal Terror. And it's because it's literally going to be that. I'm going to put down terminals A, B, and C at the MCO airport or Orlando International Airport, and I'm just going to shuffle them around. And if I can, I'm going to break that down between arrival and departure as well, and just shuffle it around and see how the system performs, getting to the correct spot, because already on 12.3.6 with some customers, it would not correctly go to the departures. It would want to go to arrivals, or there's a disconnect on the map, which is something that will need to be resolved for a reliable RoboTaxi or CyberCab service. You got to make sure you're able to get to the specific zone. And I'm sure the team's been working on that in the background, especially whoever's developing the app that'll essentially compete with rideshare apps, which I'm really excited. I hope we get a lot of this info on the RoboTaxi day. I'm excited to see that. I'm probably going to stream it from home somehow, just to have a community experience with you guys. I'll probably stream it to the channel and to X and try to monitor everything. Since I got 2 monitors now, I can do that. But yeah, all right, we're getting ready to turn left on Bates Road. I do really love that I haven't had any steering wheel nag. We'll see how the experience goes. I've seen some people complaining about the monitoring, the visual monitoring, but so far it's pretty awesome. Actually giving sort of a hands-free vibe. I mean, I'm always going to have my hands really close to the yoke because you got to be ready, got to be careful. It's still good to take over often to give that feedback back to Tesla. We got our cautionary yellow here. And I'm kind of just waiting for me to get enough juice in my main camera for the gauntlet test a little bit later. But once we get through Bates Road and get onto the 27, I'll probably call it. Oh, that was awesome. We just shot the gap on that flashing yellow, which is way more assertive than 12.3.6. That is a very different feeling compared to what I've been driving on for the last several thousand kilometers. That was awesome. Especially recognizing that it could shoot that gap with the flashing yellow, because that before seemed to kind of confuse FSD. I want to see how we treat the stop sign up here. It can get rather congested, and I'll be honest, you know, these folks in Haines City, Davenport area, they're not really good at these four-way stop signs. It's pretty bad. They don't seem to know who goes first, and there's always like conflict or people jumping the gun or people not going when they're supposed to. It's been interesting. I will say that on a reliability basis, even though we do have to come to that full NHTSA stop, it's still more reliable and smarter than the average person on four-way intersections. Here it comes. Pretty standard level of congestion over here during the busier times, like the rush hour-esque times. These four-way intersections will be loaded with people. But let's see if we get any weird shenanigans over here. Still recording. Good to go. All right, let's see how this feels. Come to we're gonna complete stop, which is totally natural here because he's going, and we're already leading in. Thank you. It didn't wait too long for that car to completely get out of the way. So some of y'all have not been on 12.3.6 for quite a while, and those who have can probably resonate with how much longer of a pause there seems to be there. And by longer, I mean like maybe half a second to a second longer. But it's funny, lightning. In the world of those four-way intersection stops, like that extra half a second to a second takes you from feeling like good and natural and assertive to amateur and taking too long and annoying. It's so funny how, you know, technically a brief window of time will shift you from one expectation to the other. You're like, okay, this is great, to, all right, what the hell are we doing? We are taking way too long. I love it. Really excited for everybody on Cybertruck who's got an FSD. I watched, of course, Dirty Tesla and Truck Crooks videos with their Cybertrucks, and it's just really cool to see that thing driving on its own. That is so awesome. It's kind of wild, you know, and Chris said it's 6 months since he got his truck. Like, man, time flies. I mean, maybe not as much when you're waiting to get FSD on your Cybertruck, but for me, it's like, I feel like I just watched his video where he's at the delivery center geeking out over taking delivery of his Cybertruck. And here we go, coming up to the 27 intersection from Bates Road next to my toy store / Lowe's Home Improvement. Now this normally gets backed up in a standard way. It's a normal thing. Just very busy areas. Oh, and sad to say, guys, that our port 27 unprotected left, it's got a flashing red and cautionary yellows. It's already got the main lights up, so I don't know how long they're going to be just like flashing lights. It's flashing red as you're going for the unprotected left, which still makes it an unprotected left for now. But the lights are there. They're no longer just the connections. So we might fully lose that crazy unprotected left soon, which is good for safety, which is good for people, but not so great for, you know, sciencing the hell out of it. All right, we're coming up, and we've already got a red light again, but it's right on red. So let's see how natural this feels. 12.3.6 with right on reds was kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes it just wouldn't do it. Sometimes it would. Sometimes it needed help to do it. All right, this truck behind me. Oh, green light. Never mind, we're good. So we missed that, but hey, it's cool. And there we are onto our main road, 27. Got about 10 clicks till we get to I-4 and about 45 minutes until we get to the airport. So this video is gonna pretty much end here. First impressions, I mean, it feels good. Aside from the wonkiness on Melbourne Avenue back there, that was really weird when I first turned it on. It just, something was up with that road or what it was seeing or detecting. Or maybe it was just Mew, you know, literally having it turned on for the first time and going, whoa. different now. But I'm gonna get this cabin camera charged up in hopefully in the 45 minutes that we're heading to the airport, and save the energy on my forward-facing cam. But I hope you guys are as excited as me to finally be on 12.5. I hope that all of you have been upgraded to it or don't have to wait long. I know that I had some fellow 12.3.6 users that felt like we were in purgatory, but it feels good to see the light. I can't wait for future updates, and I will catch you guys in the Gauntlet video coming up next.